What's up, gang? It's your trainer, Joe Stones, back in the gym with you today. We're back hitting another workout. So on our last workout, we trained legs, but we did only single leg training, unilateral training to fix imbalances. Now this week, we're doing all upper body, but again, we're doing all unilateral training. So all single arm training, trying to find and fix those imbalances that we might have into our upper body. All you're gonna need is just one dumbbell per exercise. Get ready to hit that upper body. We're gonna fix some imbalances today. Get after it. So jumping into our workout, we're gonna start with that chest. Again, we're training unilaterally, so we're gonna grab one of our dumbbells, we're gonna lie on the bench, and we're gonna do a single arm chest press. With this one, we're gonna lie back, and we're gonna perform our chest press just like we would if we had both dumbbells in hand. The other hand's gonna go either to your hip or onto the bench, whatever's comfortable. I like to rest mine here at the hip.
All right, gang, I'm sure all of you have done a chest press using two dumbbells. Since we're isolating into the single arm today, I think you're really going to enjoy this. This is one of my favorite single arm exercises to do. You can really feel a lot of chest pumping since you're isolating and you're really focused on only using the one side. So if you're really trying to build up and develop that chest, I think this is going to be the workout for you. Just remember to keep the same rules as the two arm chest press where your shoulder blades stay back on the bench, and focus on not letting your core twist or your spine rotating at all throughout it. So definitely mind your core and just push that index finger through the center line of your chest. Knock out about 20 reps each side, and I'm sure you're going to really love this exercise.
That one's great for your core too. You really have to focus on keeping that core breath and keeping yourself stable through the core as you're bringing it down and up. You definitely feel the core on that as well as working the pecs. So let's do a single arm row now. We're gonna focus on those lats underneath. So when we're doing this one, this is another exercise I see that a lot of us can easily mess up at the gym, and we start incorporating a little bit more bicep, a little bit more traps from shrugging. So when we do this one today, single arm again, you're grabbing one dumbbell. I would say go with a pretty moderate weight. Doesn't have to be anything extraordinary. Grab a bench or a box. You wanna post up on it. I'm gonna use the rack here. Maybe don't do this at your local gym. It'll piss off a lot of the patrons there, but you can grab a box or a bench, but you wanna stagger your stance. And we're looking to open up that lat of the arm that we're rowing. So in order to do so, we're not gonna pull real narrow from here. We're gonna actually reach out in front. So the way that lat works is just like when you're doing a pull-up, you wanna think of reaching and opening up the armpit. So we wanna reach forward, bring it out in front of you, and then from there, you're gonna push and pull, bring that elbow back in a nice straight line. And then from there, you can bring it down and hit your reset. So again, reach, push, and pull. So this is a lot of lat. The problem that we see with most of the guys is we'll come here and it's a lot of biceps. Using a lot of biceps, your shoulder starts shrugging. We're promoting internal rotation, and that's a big issue a lot of us have, and this is only gonna just make it worse. So again, focus and think about what you're doing. So again, today we're working lats. So the whole point for this is to open up the armpit, push and pull, let that elbow come out and back. And then from there, reset.
This is another one of my all-time favorite single arm exercises, especially to isolate my lats. Make sure to open up your armpit like we said, and let that elbow travel back behind you by adding rotation to your spine. Knock out about 20 reps each side.
But even as you go heavier with this, still remain with the same type of form. Remember, form over everything. Get used to feeling what we wanna feel. We wanna feel the stretch and then the pinch underneath our armpit and our lat. This should be primarily to get those wings. I'm pumped up and I went very light and only did 8 reps, moderate. So, all right, next we're getting into the shoulders. We're gonna do a lateral raise. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a bit of an angle or deficit to our lateral raise here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find ourselves a pillar and we're gonna lean away from it. We wanna create a bit of an angle here. So our shoulder, hip, and heel are in a straight line. And if you see what it does, it makes my arm have a little bit of a deficit here from me to my body that we're gonna create by bringing our hand all the way to our thigh. Now from here, we're performing the lateral raise and going slower on the way down.
Another one of my all-time favorite exercises, and definitely my favorite variation of the lateral raise, is the deficit lateral raise. As you can see from here, we're going to put a bit of a lean into our body, just hang on to something. But remember to keep the core engaged. Your shoulder, hip, and heel should be in a straight line. But just by adding this extra couple of inches to your lateral raise, you're really going to see an extra pump into it. Just remember your basics. Start opening the wrist and allow your hand to slide up a ramp. So even lock out that elbow as you push out to the side so we can avoid any shrugging or any upper trap work. Do about 20 reps each side. You're guaranteed to feel a pump right here.
So again, we could stop here, but look, we'd be giving up range of motion, right? We can go here and just get a little bit further range of motion, just a few extra inches. And we're still not shrugging because I'm still keeping my shoulder blade down in my back pocket and I'm reaching my arm out to the side. I'm riding my hand up a ramp. I'm not leaning with my elbow, I'm not shrugging, I'm not rocking, I'm pulling it. I'm going long, I'm making my elbow go long and out, and touching to the side wall and coming back, getting the deficit. Reaching and back. Now I want to buzz you up too, pump up those shoulders pretty good. So tricep single arm, unilateral training. We're doing a triceps kickback, single arm. And the rules are that the other hand, we're gonna just stay at the hip, stay nice and neutral at it. So keeping the elbow back behind your back and just extending that elbow or that hand back as if you're about to throw it to the back wall. So the idea again is to keep the elbow back behind you as you extend. Take your time.
The kickback is still one of my all-time favorite isolation exercises whenever I'm training my arms unilaterally. It is an awesome workout that you can do with a very light or moderate weight and still get a whole lot out of it. Just focus on keeping the elbow back behind your back and not shrugging. You want to keep that elbow down in your back pocket while you extend the arm out as if you're trying to reach to touch the wall behind you. Just work on your range of motion. Try to flex into that tricep and lock out your elbow. That's why you need to go light and take your time. Bring it on in nice and slow and controlled. Do about 15 to 20 reps each side.
So now we get into our biceps. One of my favorite single arm, to put some thickness to this arm and also to work into our brachialis, is to do a bit of a reverse curl or a hammer curl with our dumbbell. With this one, I want you to pretend as if you're crossing your body to check your watch. So it's gonna be the movement, or like I tell the clients, like they're getting their husband in a headlock. But just like that, we wanna just strengthen up through that brachialis, add that little rotation at the wrist and bring it back down. Just isolating that one side.
Crossbody hammer curl is another one of my all-time favorite exercises. It definitely helps me point out any weaknesses that I might have, not just in my bicep, but also my forearm, my hand, and my wrist. It's very important that you're opening up your wrist as you're checking your watch. Really think about revving up the motorcycle engine like we talked about. It's really going to help point out what is weak throughout that arm and hand, and then you can make the adjustments to the weights and your form from there. Rock out about 20 reps each side.
Keeping the elbow in as much as you can as you rotate that wrist. Squeeze, squeeze, and slow release. Woo. There you have it, gang. That's our upper body unilateral workout to help fix imbalances in that upper body. I could already see there's already some that I could feel. I'm sure you're gonna feel it too, where one side's just a little stronger than the other. If you like this one, be sure to check out the leg workout where we're doing all single leg to help fix those imbalances in your legs as well. Get after it. If you love this workout, you're gonna love the rest of the workouts we have here on this platform. Be sure to check out the workouts playlist. Leave a message and a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Get after it.